Welcome to another episode of Redefining PCOS in your life. I hope this video finds you doing just that. Redefining this disorder in your life. It is so possible. I'm a living witness of it. I'm always searching for ways to help me really deal with my symptoms of PCOS. And I've come across a young lady on Facebook, and she's also here on YouTube as PCOS Challenge. I know they are working on a slash TV show documentary documenting and really showing how women are dealing with this disorder. She also has a blog talk radio show, and all the shows that they've had so far are archived on the website. I'm going to put it below in the box here, because I want you really, for those of us that are really dealing with, especially the emotional symptoms of PCOS, this last show, our emotions, nutrition, and living with PCOS. Very beneficial information. Some of the things I've shared, but I think it's good when we can hear some of these things from doctors. And I don't know, yeah, they both were doctors. And one was a wellness doctor talking about emotions and how we deal with them and how the food we consume really causes dictates a lot when it comes to emotional stability. Uh, One thing I like that the doctor did say or talk about was diet and how not to look at it in a negative way, but look at food in this way. The food I'm about to consume, is it going to be beneficial for my body? Is it going to be beneficial for my symptoms with PCOS? And if I know it's not, why am I making a conscious effort to consume it anyway when I know it means me no good? It's not going to do me any good. And why am I not making better choices when it comes to food that's going to help me deal with my symptoms of PCOS, especially when it comes to weight? She said we have such a big issue with the word diet, and it's really should be a way of living in the way we consume food that we should be really concentrating on, and not the word and what it comes with that word, the restrictions that come with that word. You can't have this, you can't have that. But look at it like a double cheeseburger has no benefit for your body, especially if you're insulin resistant, and you have weight issues. It's not going to help you jumpstart your new way of eating, especially if you're dealing with this disorder. I really like the way she talked about the word diet and how we should look at it. She also talked about our regulation of our calorie and our caloric, no, not calorie, but our carbs and our protein. We really should be consuming more protein than carbs, especially if you're insulin resistant like I am. And so, like I said, a lot of things that I've talked about in the last videos or past videos about how important it is to realize what you're doing to your body when you consume food. And lastly but not least, she talked about exercising and eating, how important it is to help control the majority of your symptoms that come along with PCOS, and how beneficial it is with PCOS. So, like I said, a lot of things I've reiterated over the years when talking about this disorder. But I've also talked about supplements, and I haven't talked about them in almost a year. And some of the things that she shared on this show, I wanted to bring to you all. She was saying about supplements, magnesium, 500 milligrams of it really helps with the blood spike in your sugar when you consume food, because our blood sugar does spike when you're consuming food, and especially if you're insulin resistant. She said magnesium really helps with that, and a lot of information I'm giving to you is definitely for those who are insulin resistant. But if you have PCOS, I think the supplements I'm on the list here is beneficial for you as well, but they really have a plus for those of us that are insulin resistant, like I said I am. Vitamin D, 1,000 IUs daily helps with dealing with some of the blood sugar issues and also some of the mood issues that you have. or you may have. And the omega-3 oils like fish oils, flaxseed, 1,000 milligrams of that definitely helps with mood disorders and depression. It helps with, of course, everybody knows that omega-3 helps with heart disorders. So a lot of things that we deal with, supplements can help. It's just very important you talk to your doctor about, taking supplements if they'll be beneficial for you and your journey while dealing with PCOS. Again, we all know what works for me might not work for you. Some women can really benefit from the Insulite laboratories without taking their metformin. I cannot, but I will not down Insulite because I know women that are taking those supplements and they're beneficial. The most important and the very important thing is to find out what is going to work for you. It's not just one prescription for everybody. It doesn't work like that. What you must do is make up your mind with dealing with this disorder that you will redefine it. And that's by finding ways to make your life livable with dealing with this disorder. I'm always coming from the emotional or the weight side because that's what my symptoms, one of the two largest symptoms I had to deal with, and my insulin resistance. I have not stopped taking the metformin. A lot of women cannot take it because it messes them up. The gas, sorry, I didn't mean to say gas, but it gives you gas. It keeps you in the bathroom. Anything you eat goes right through you. And some women cannot take that, but I have not had that problem with metformin. Mine was the weakness and the tiredness, but I found a way how to deal with that. This is the point I'm making. You cannot stop. There's not a quick fix for this disorder. All of us deal with PCOS different because it looks different on all of us. But my heart-driven desire is to encourage you all to do something, not just to let the doctors tell you have this, and because of this, and that, but redefine it in your life because it's possible. And I'm always reiterating that because it is, because you're making efforts, you're looking for ways to help you deal with this disorder. So it's, again, I'm just giving you some of the things that I took into consideration because I'm already taking the magnesium. I just wasn't taking it at a high unit. I was only taking 250, so that's just one more pill to add to my pill regimen. The vitamin D in my multivitamin is pretty already a high IU, and I already take the fish oil. So I'm really doing some of the things to help me deal with some of the emotional distress that comes with PCOS for me. I know a lot of my emotional distress is brought on because of my decisions. I know caffeine on a regular basis is not good for me. I shouldn't be drinking. So I've gone to decaffeinated tea and coffee. Chocolates are really a big no-no in my diet. If I consume them, I'm dealing with a lot of emotional issues, be it maybe feeling, just really, I can go from sad. It just depends on what triggers it, because if it's in my system and I'm dealing with some issues, it's something that I have to fight to keep myself centered instead of going extremely to the left or to the right, being so angry I'm ready to snap off, or being so sad I withdraw and I don't talk to anybody. I have to keep myself centered, and that way my supplements help, my diet and exercise really helps me keep the emotional stuff together. And that's why I'm always harping about I'm hitting the gym, because anytime if I've had stress in my life, I realize that I don't handle it like normal people do. I'm either gonna be one way or the other with it, and it's all because I'm off balance with my hormones. So I realize that I can be my own worst enemy at times, but I'm learning how to cope and how to do better with that. And that's what I want to encourage you all to do better by taking care of yourself. It's all about choices, and you make the right choice, you can live a better life. I would really encourage you to check out PCOS Challenge on blog. I think it's Blog Talk Radio. I know it is. Yeah, it's Blog Talk Radio, and it's PCOS Challenge. She's on Facebook um, under the same name, PCOS Challenge, and there is a website for that. A lot of information, and that's what it's about. Reading, finding out what's going to work for you and how to live a better life. Again, I'd like to thank you all for listening to Redefining PCOS in Your Life, because it is possible. Again, I'm living proof, and I'd like to encourage you to find out for yourself. Thank you again for listening, and have a great day.